The CRO token is back on the way up, and in the process, it also flipped number 29, PEPE, on CoinMarketCap. Does that mean that the dip is finally over? Well guys, I would say let's strap in and let's find out. This video is sponsored by Toadin, a new Web3 shopping page coming soon to Cronos. Last week, the CRO token showed some extreme volatility. We went up a lot, but we also had a big dip of about minus 20%. And I find it quite funny because if you take a look at Bitcoin, there we also saw a lot of downward momentum. However, that was only minus 6%. So when it rains for Bitcoin, it does pour for altcoins like CRO. But I think that's kind of what we knew when we signed up for CRO, because it's an altcoin, it has higher risk, more volatility, but also higher potential rewards. And that's, of course, why we are here. And I do believe that in the overall picture, CRO is still absolutely fine, because what happened last week is we set basically a higher low. In the bigger picture, this is, I think, a very healthy structure now for CRO. And even more interesting, I do believe we touched this line here. That is also the re-entrance point of this structure. And this structure is slowly going up in the last few days. So I do believe, guys, if we re-enter here, we continue going up slowly towards that 15-cent level. And that momentum is also visible on CoinMarketCap, because recently CRO flipped number 29 here, PEPE. And PEPE is a meme coin. It's not at all comparable, I would say, to a utility token like CRO. But PEPE is seen as the meme coin, really, of the 2025 cycle. So I do think it is a very important milestone so far for the CRO token. But I think the next target now is number 27, the BitGet token. And the BitGet token is a lot more comparable to CRO, because this is also an exchange token by the BitGet exchange. And last year, I find it quite interesting, because last year you can see on the chart here that BitGet had a big parabolic wave here. And this parabolic wave was caused by the burn announcement. The BitGet exchange is buying tokens and burning tokens as well, and therefore they expect a lot more price appreciation for the BitGet token. And I do believe, guys, that we might see something very similar happening with CRO very soon, based on the roadmap for Cronos, because there we also see quarterly burns announced for the CRO token. So maybe something very similar is about to happen to the CRO token as well, and therefore we might be able to flip also the BitGet token very soon. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we're not yet completely out of the woods, because if you take a look here at the Bitcoin chart, as we're recording, it just went below $113,000. So you might have another retest soon of the 50-day. And if we break down below that, like what also happened here in June of 2025, we might have a bit of a one final dip before we really start flying up. But I will keep you up to date, guys. So don't forget to hit the like button and, of course, also subscribe for future videos. We do have some more news, though, about Crypto.com and also the Trump war chest. But more about that after a quick word of today's sponsor. Toadin is completely changing the game for online shopping with their latest price comparison tool. You can find all the products with the cheapest price available, and also with a bit of a Web3 twist. Soon they will be launching their own token as well on the Cronos chain, and you can find a lot more information on their white paper as well. Guys, the links to Toadin will be in the description down below. Anyways, let's continue now with this news article. You can find the link in the description down below. President Trump builds $274 million war chest ahead of midterm elections. You can find down below here that billionaires Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, along with crypto industry donors, helped President Trump raise $236 million for his political operations in the first 6 months of 2025. An unprecedented sum for a second-term president. So far, really interesting. Trump's super PAC MAGA provided the biggest draw for campaign cash, taking in about $177 million. The president has held 4 $1 million per plate dinners for MAGA Inc., as well as a $1.5 million per plate event for entrepreneurs and investors in cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is a big part, really, of this news article. Crypto industry donors pour money in as well. We did see Forest Dex Incorporated, the parent company of the exchange Crypto.com, giving about 10 million US dollars. And Blockchain.com gave 5 million. Venture Capital Mark Anderson and Ben Horowitz gave 3 million. And billionaire twins Tyler Winklevoss and Cameron Winklevoss combined give 2 million US dollars. And these are of the Gemini exchange. So very interesting to see, guys, that Crypto.com is so far the biggest donor in the cryptocurrency industry for the Trump administration. You might not like that Crypto.com is supporting the Trump administration, but it has been very successful so far. We can also see that, for example, with this partnership. So Crypto.com is powering the Trump media ETFs. And I think long term now, this is also very important for the CRO token. So if you hold the CRO token, Trump media is going to create ETFs that also incorporate the CRO token, for example, in the blue chip ETF. To me, it does seem that CEO Chris Marszalek is playing this game very cleverly. But I do also believe that when the Democrats, for example, are becoming even more crypto-friendly, he might change positions very quickly. But so far, the Trump administration is the best for the crypto environment, so I do think he's making the right decisions so far. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below if you do think that Crypto.com is doing the right thing with Trump, yes or no. And also let me know if you think we will see higher highs for the CRO token. You can find my opinion in this video to the left of me with the time to buy video.